Hello and welcome to a game of Faster Than Light. I'm Minefiend and you're very welcome. I'm going to do the run with the Red Tail spaceship, which is the Type B version of the Kestrel. I'm going to name it the Brotanic, and on board we have Gnarlo, Dwenden, Keeber and my good friend JonnnLeee. JonnnLeee, I'm afraid I've had to take out two characters from your name, the extra N and the extra E, because there's not enough characters on the name to be able to display it. That's why then. We're going to try a normal difficulty run, which means we will die. And we will die probably horribly, but let's get started. For this first run through I'm going to read all the cards, and I've also chosen to do it with the mouse to point to different things, because it allows you to see what I'm doing on the screen a bit better than just using hotkeys, for instance pressing 3 to get the basic laser in slot 3, etc. Okay, now the data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next, but get to the exits before the pursuing Rebel fleet can catch up. That's basically what we've got to do. We've got to outrun the Rebel fleet long enough to get to our own fleet and warn them of the oncoming danger. Tip: grinding sectors. It can be beneficial to stay in a sector for as long as possible to improve the ships, since each sector is increasingly difficult, and that's quite true. So let's organise our ship. Now JonnnLeee, you have a special ability in that you give 1 bar of power to any room you're in. So for instance, if I take power out of the medbay and send you into the medbay, because you're a Zoltan alien, you give power to it and it turns yellow. It's fully powered and it is Zoltan bonus. Keebs, you're our battle bug. You're going to destroy anybody who gets on board. Now that leaves Dwenden. Dwenden, I think I want you to be my weapons man. JonnnLeee, you are going to be in the engine for us. You will give extra power to the engines. Watch it turn yellow. There you go. And now got double power. And that leaves Gnarlo. I'm afraid you're stuck with the rather boring job of piloting the ship. You will spend almost all your time there unless we have drastic things. If things go wrong, you have to leave. But if you're not there piloting, something is wrong. Okay. Now at the moment I've only got an evade chance of 20%. That's because Gnarlo hasn't got any skill in piloting, and JonnnLeee hasn't got any skill in the engines. But those will go up as well with all the rest of the ship. So let's get on with it. Okay, now I've got to get from here to the exit, but I want to hit as many of these as possible before the following fleet comes along. So first of all, let's go to a nearby star system and see what is awaiting. You detect a Rebel automated ship nearby. It does not engage and seems to be patrolling around a long-range sensor station. I can attack the automated ship to get to the sensor station, or avoid provoking a ship. It would be very nice to have that sensor info, so we're going to attack. And the cheating thing has gone cloaked, which means none of our weapons will power up until it uncloaks. Which means he's going to get a pretty good hit in us already. Darn it! But at least our guns are out and ready now. Okay, let's fire everything we've got. Well, actually we'll fire 3 of what we've got at his weapons, and I'll fire 1 at his cockpit, just so that if it hits he won't be able to dodge anything else. And let's see what happens when this hits us. Oh, he's taken out our oxygen supply. Oxygen is beginning to plummet, which is not good, but now he's defenceless. So we'll just have 1 shot at each room he's got. Now as I say, I could use hotkeys to do this and it would be much quicker and more pro, more elite. But I'm going to do it with the mouse so that you can see what's going where. You access the recent scans from the unguarded station. Your map has been updated with details of the surrounding area. 11 scrap as well. Scrap is money in this game. Now, is anybody damaged? No, everybody's fine, so we'll jump on to the next beacon. Now we can see where everything is. Oh, all the stores are down there, are they? And we're going to... oh, we could get to the exit that way without having to go through a sun. Oh, we don't want to go through a sun. Asteroid field wouldn't be good for us either. So... head this way. You arrive in a system to see a pirate ship pursuing a civilian ship. You detect messages from the civilian ship on a distress frequency. Well, we're going to aid the civilian ship. Of course we are. And the bad news is that the pirate is a Zoltan ship, which means he's got the special Zoltan shield, which means missiles or anything can't get through until this is destroyed. Which is not good, but there again, luckily, this little red tail does fire 4 shots at once. And I'm going to put it onto auto fire, so it just continually fires as fast as it can. Sometimes you want auto fire on, sometimes you don't, sometimes you want to build a volley. But these are all charging at the same speed, so that's got the Zoltan shield almost destroyed. Oops, took a bit of damage there, Keebs, but we'll be okay for now. And he teleported something into my sensors, did he? Oh yes, he's ioned them, which effectively shuts them down for that length of period, that length of time. Right, he shouldn't be able to use any weapons on me at all now, so I'm going to send 2 at his shields as well. At the moment now he's quite harmless, and he's dead. 1 fuel, 1 missile, 17 scrap. Contact the civilian ship. This sector has become increasingly dangerous for friends of the Federation. I think my crew can patch up some of your hull damage as thanks. Thank you very much. Very nice of you. JonnnLeee, can you just go and step inside the medical bay to power it for Keebs for me? Thank you. Keebs, right, back to your spot. Thank you, JonnnLeee. Right, next sector. We're going to try and get across this bottom side and go through there. No smutty jokes, Dwenden. You'd probably beat G to him, but he'd be following behind as well. This beacon has been built for a nearby civilian space station. No one hails your ship. Okay, that's fine. Now, this yellow triangle means that there's a possible ship detected. So let's go and see what it is. By the time you notice the rebel ship behind the beacon, it's too late to avoid a fight. Oh dear. Okay. Well, once again, I'm going to fire... this time I'm going to fire 2 at his shields. The first one hopefully to destroy the shield, the second one to get through it. And I'm going to fire the others at his weapon systems. But he's got a teleporting bomb here, and he's got a rather big laser. Whoa, that hit our shields. No, we took it out before it did any damage. Okay, a bit strange, but oh, and there's a fire in his bay now because that's damaged by itself. That's awesome. We want that. We want his ship on fire. Definitely. Right, now he's helpless. He's ours now. Let's just fire a shot at a bit of everything, seeing as how his weapons systems are on fire. I thought he might. The enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape. Well, it's not going to, because I do too much damage. Yay! The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. 1 missile, 1 drone part and 14 scrap. Okay, next sector. Next one is a store. Let's go to this store. Not that it makes any difference. You find yourself surrounded by a group of mysterious alien vessels. They hail you and apparently have some valuable technology for sale. What do they have? They have cloaking. I would love cloaking. They have a crew teleporter. I want that too. And both of those I want. Especially the crew teleporter, so I could get Keebs across into the enemy ships. But unfortunately I only have 52 scrap. Don't have anything I can sell. I don't want to sell any of the weapons on here. So the only thing I could do would be buy fuel, and it's sometimes a bit of a waste to buy fuel, as you can get it from other ships. I'm going to keep the scrap. Now let's see whether I can upgrade anything. People might shout at me for doing this, but I like to see inside ships. I like to see what's going on, so I'm upgrading the sensors. Okay. An especially well-armed pirate ship approaches you. Hand over one of your crew members and the rest of you can go free unharmed. I can either draw straws and send a crew member over to the slavers, or we'll never surrender one of our crew. Well, we're not going to surrender any of our crew. For one, they're all bros and friends. And for two, if we can damage him enough, he may offer to give us a crew member to save his own life. And I think we probably can damage him enough. So I'll wait for them all to take off auto fire. I'll wait for them all to get up to powered state. I pause it. I'm going to fire at his shield. Quick pause and unpause so the shot gets off. Then I'm going to fire at his shield again, and 2 at his weapons, and put that one back on his shield for the time being. Okay, that went quite well. Well, not too bad anyway. We surrender. Take one of our slaves as tribute. Yes, we will take your slave as tribute, because that will increase our crew. Please be a mantis. Other than that, a rockman is nice as they are immune to fire, or an Engie will do because they can repair things very quickly. Humans, not really much use. Slug might be nice, but I don't think we'll get one of those, so let's see what we get. Yeah, we get a human. Yeah, well, of course we would. Nick me. Okay, Nick me, you're going to be our shield person. Get in the shield bay. Right, now, if I go there I can only go to the exit, but I don't want to go through the sun. Don't really want to go through the asteroid field, but it's looking like I'm going to have to risk that one. I'm going to take so much damage if I do. I'm going to risk it just so that I hit as many of these as possible. A pirate ship arrives shortly after you. Judging from the fact that it is attempting to avoid your ship, you assume that it's a smuggler trying to stay away from beacons. Well, we're going to attack the pirate. You power up your weapons and move into engage. Continue. Now this is a rock ship. Doesn't mean it's rocks on it, but it probably is in this case. It's got a missile launcher and a laser. So again, I'll try the tactic of letting them all power up first of all. Keep them on auto fire. Right. That heads for the shields. Then the next one heads for the shields, and the others head for the weapon bay. And we'll see where his missile hits. Oh, it hit Keebs again. Keebs, you're a good magnet. Let's see. Good. Got some nice damage to him now. He's had it. They hail you. We realise our ship is no match for yours. If you let us go, we can make it worth your while. They offer 1 missile, 1 drone and 7 scrap. That's useless. 1 missile and 7 scrap. Ignore the please and attack. Let's see what I've got out of that. I got 18 scrap and a system repair drone. Great, much better. Speaking of system repairs, let's repair Keebs. Thank you, JonnnLeee, you power that for me. Okay, back to engineering, and Keebs back into the centre. Fortunately, you won't be of much use until we either get boarded or until we start to board other people. But that will be very useful when they do. A pawnbroker has set up shop at this obscure beacon. He might be offering something worth looking at. He wants to trade 6 fuel. He wants to give me 2 fuel for 2 drone. 6 fuel for 2 drone parts. That would have been an awesome trade. If only I had 1 extra drone part. Oh well. So look at the ship. I need 50 to be able to put on 2 more shields. So that's 50 scrap for that, and then 40 scrap for that. So I need 90 scrap to be able to put any more shielding on, which would be nice. Very nice, but we'll continue onwards. What's that? Asteroid field detected at this location. Asteroid fields. I've got time to visit them both, but I'm going to take so much damage. I'm going to take so much damage. Okay, let's turn and fight. Right, with this, it's all about just doing as much, well, stopping as much damage getting to me as possible. So I'm going to fire everything I've got at his weapons, hoping to shut his weapons down. One will take out his shield, and I've got to hope that my shield will hold. So Nick Me can be repairing the shield every time, or re-energising it. Oh, we've got a fire now. The good thing about that fire is it's right where the airlocks are, so I'm going to open up and vent that out into space. Right, it's already vented, so I'm going to close the doors and let the air replenish. Right, take everything we have and let's both forget this happened. 2 missiles, 1 drone part and 8 scrap. Well, I don't use missiles. The drone part's no use to me now, and 8 scrap is not enough. So I will not accept. Let's see if our next volley can finish them off. Not quite. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire my next volley, which will kill him anyway, into his shields. Let's see if we get more than 8 scrap. 18 scrap and the fuel. Wonderful. Now, before we go anywhere, I want to start repairing, but it's a question of who do I want to repair it. Dwenden, I think I'll ask you to repair it, because that will start to put up your repair skill. 0 of 18 at the moment. Oh, you've already mastered your weapons. You're doing very well. They go up very fast with these 4 guns firing at once. So what that means is that Dwenden, when he's manning the weapon bay, will make my weapons charge so much faster. So watch them come down in a moment. There you go. See, he is responsible for that little bit of extra charge already, which is very useful in a fight. Now, a standard tactic to do, or well, I don't know whether it's cheating or not. Actually, it's part of the game. It allows you to do it. You shield guy, in this case Nick Me, his shields are on level 16 of 55. But asteroid fields are great places for him to learn how to handle the shields quickly, because every hit and every time he replenishes the shields puts them up. So it's very good tactics if you've got the patience to sit in an asteroid field and let your shield guy get his skill up. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit here and allow him to get his power up. Back in 1 moment. Okay, well, he's very nearly got his skills up now. Let's face it, even the Millennium Falcon hid from the Empire in an asteroid field, so I'm in illustrious company. He's got 1 more to take and then his skill will be maxed out. Oh, My pilot dodged. Yeah, nice. And there we go. Now, because of his skills now, our shields will regenerate 29% faster. Very skilled shieldsman. Should be after all that time, so let's carry onwards into the next asteroid field. We're probably going to take another battering. We'll see, it depends on what's there. A pirate ship was lying in wait inside the asteroid field. It immediately moves into attack. Okay. Right, and it's got a couple of mantis on board. And a human. Debbie. Debbie, what do you do with two mantis? Right, again, let's focus everything we've got on the shields. While that will give him one shot at us, it will then guarantee that he's in trouble from the asteroids. Well, it didn't guarantee it. He managed to avoid it all, but he won't avoid the next one. I'm going to do it as his weapons. Let the asteroids deal with his shields. Right. That means he's not going to be bothering me with these missiles, so my shieldsman can keep the asteroids at bay. The enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape. It is, but now it can't because an asteroid just took out his pilot. And just to make sure, I'll fire my final volley at his engines. Yay! The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. 1 fuel, 2 missiles and 12 scrap. That's not too bad. As soon as we can jump, we will do. There's nowhere else we can go, only to the exit. You've arrived at a long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. But while here, there is a black market hub here. You receive a message. These are dangerous times. If you have extra military-grade explosives, we'll gladly pay you for them. And I could sell him my 10 missiles for 30 scrap. That's 3 scrap each. Not great. I mean, you can buy, when you're buying missiles, you have to buy them for a lot more than that. But I'll do it because I think that enables me to 50. Yes, that enables me to put a second level of shielding on. There we go. And now we're going to jump to the final to the second sector. So see me on the next episode as we take on Sector 2. I've been Mindfiend. You guys have been wonderful. Bye for now.